thank you for joining me on another landscape photography video. This is part 2. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, then I'll put a link up here. That was last week's video, and yeah, it just got way too long to put in into one video. I had such beautiful foggy conditions. Got some woodland shots where I had to push myself pretty hard to find some nice images. A little bit out of my comfort zone, but yeah, the conditions are just great. I've been walking around here for about 4 hours now, and still the mist is around, so I'm still trying to shoot some nice images at this moment. So yeah, let's dive into this week's video, and hopefully you will like it. And don't forget to push the thumbs up button if you do. So I'm constantly looking to find order in chaos, and I'm actually discovering right now that it's not about finding order in chaos, but it's more like finding chaos that goes well with other chaos. There's just no order in this chaos, that's for sure. But yeah, I think I found a couple of nice shots, but I've seen one yeah, I think a little bit outside of this forest that I'm gonna walk to now. It's just this beautiful tree, and yeah, with all this negative space, with this mist and fog around it, I think it's worth yeah, walking out of this forest for, and taking a shot at it. So let's see if that's gonna work. So I hope you can see the scene behind me here. I've got this beautiful, I think it's an oak now. Well, this tree here. And yeah, it's just fading off with this background. And I hope you can see it, but right on the ground here, there's a group of flowers. And of course they are dead, but I'd like that as a focal point in my foreground. And there are some patches of pink heather even in the foreground. So I'm just trying to include that. And then this tree in the background that's coming out of this forest. I think it's a really nice composition with all this fog around it. So yeah, really I'm happy I walked out of this forest for a couple of meters. It's actually about 10 meters. Then I'm back yeah, shooting these weird trees. But I just like the way this is composed, so I'm gonna make the best of it. So I think I finally found something that I'm pretty happy about. So let me show you this. So it's all about this group of trees here. And yeah, those leaves are coming towards me through branches. I just yeah, I like the feel of it, and especially how I can separate most of these trunks. There's one large tree in the valley behind there, but I'm trying to hide that behind this trunk here, and I'm just trying to include as much of this top of this tree into my shot. So I tried a portrait one, but I think the landscape orientated one is a little bit better. I'm leaving out this tree, at least that's what I'm trying, so it's only about these trunks And because this background is in a little bit of that valley, there's a little bit more fog separation. So yeah, I'm just hoping that large tree in the background there is not too prominent. But yeah, we'll see. I just like this. I'm seeing another tree over there. So, but there are trees all over the place, but I'm just seeing that one. So I'm gonna take this shot, and hopefully it worked out. Oh, that's nice. So I walked out of this woodland area. I couldn't find any more shots in there. And I just, at the point where I walked out, I walked straight across towards these dead trees over here. And there are 3 of them with some of these yellow grasses in the foreground. And it just looks amazing, just such a moody shot. And I just took it, I think at 60 millimeters f11. And yeah, really happy with this one also. So I'm actually really happy with the whole morning. So I think I have to thank my son for waking up at 5 o'clock, because I didn't set an alarm or anything. And yeah, if he wouldn't have woke up, I would have missed this whole morning. Just missed, you get it? But so thank you, Crane, but don't do it too often, okay? So I'm shooting this tree over here, this one, and I'm leaving a lot of negative space on this side, so I'm putting it in a landscape orientated picture. And it's actually the same tree as I shot the last time I was here, but it was a really disturbing background, but you can't see anything of that right now. But I hope you can see it in the background, but there are a lot of swallows, little birds flying yeah, along this tree. So that's why I left this negative space, and I was just waiting for a moment where these swallows would fly in that negative space, just to give it a little extra touch to this picture. So I got a couple of them, at least one bird in it. Some shots there were two in, and yeah, I'm gonna try for a little while. Hopefully, yeah, they will be in the right position. I want them to be a little bit more to the top of the frame, so to yeah, to equal and balance the shot with the tree. So hopefully I can find a good shot of this. So I actually found this this bird hide, and there's actually not much to see here. it's so foggy, you can only see the first 10-20 meters, but I think there are some birds in the back there, but there's nothing in front here. It's a shame. Hope you can see it behind me here, but there are two bushes in the middle of this open field, and it's just only fog around it, and it's actually quite simple to take these shots. These are all maybe really obvious shots, but yeah, I just like all these moody images on a foggy day like this, and so it's really easy to shoot a shot like this, but I think finding these bushes is the most difficult. You know, I'm just walking past here and I noticed it. Maybe if I come here quite often, I know where they are, but yeah. I'm really happy with a morning like this. It's something different from what I normally do. Of course, I shoot a lot of fog recently, but totally different from today, and I just love it when it's all about mood and atmosphere like today. So I found this dead tree back there, and yeah, I walked by it and I heard this buzzing sound, and I was thinking, what is that? So I stopped and had a look at it, and there was a nest. And they were not wasps, they were way bigger. I don't know how you call them in English, but I'll put it down here. But they were constantly flying in and out of their nest, and I took some shots of them just flying. They actually came over, and they were like little helicopters when they came by, so I knew when they were coming. And then they would fly in front of the nest for a couple of seconds and then get into it. So I got a couple of pictures of the nest with these flying things, insects in front of it. But yeah, I think it was a nice experience. But I thought, let's hurry and get out of here because all these things are getting way too angry and after me. I don't want that. So I've got a couple of shots of them. If they are good, then I'll show them to you now. So I'm just walking along this path here. You can see that the fog is clearing a little bit. I can look much further than I did about 15 to 20 minutes ago, and when I was in the bird hide. But I just noticed this group of trees over here, this one, and this path running in a little curve around it. I just was walking over here and I thought, that's a nice shot. So yeah, I put the trees on the left and the path leading your eye in the right side underneath these trees into the background. That's just a nice little image. I don't know how long I can continue to film anything. I'm just using the last bit of power in my power bank to charge my phone. I just ran out of power in my phone also, but yeah, I just don't like my phone being dead. That's everything to do with my medical issues, and I just want to be able to contact anyone in case it is necessary. So this is the most important for me, to have power. So yeah, walking along the path here, and I haven't been to this side the last time I was here. So yeah, I'm actually quite keen on this area. Last time I made a terrible video here. At least I thought it was the worst one that's out there. But today is totally different, and I just love the atmosphere and the lone trees and the open areas, and yeah, it's just a totally different day. So always keep in mind that it's worth visiting areas multiple times, just yeah, to find yeah, different weather conditions, and yeah, don't let one day ruin an area. That's that's my advice. So there was a nice viewing deck back there, but fortunately all the water just vaporized during this heat wave. So there was not much to shoot there. But now I'm walking yeah, in the area, in the direction of where my car is parked, and I'm walking across this bicycle path here with all these trees around it, and it's just a beautiful sight, especially with this fog in the background just disappearing. So yeah, a nice shot, another obvious one. So I took one straight in the middle of the road and one a little bit more to the side where the road is leading from the bottom right to the left top. And yeah, I'm just putting these nice trees here on the side as my main focal points. So yeah, I hope this shot works. It's another really obvious one, but I rather like it. So I want to thank everyone for watching today's video. I hope you liked this video. It's a little bit different than normally, especially those woodland pictures. I try to push myself to my own limits to find some new interesting shots. And I think the circumstances with all those mist definitely helped a lot. So thanks for watching. Hope you see you on next week's video. Every Sunday I release a new video. So hopefully you will subscribe. There's a button below this video. Subscribe. If you push it and select the little notification bell and select all, you will get a message when I release my next video. So thanks for